in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Manning going to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. Able to find Harris, complete. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah,
and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Rashad Jennings punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
All right, I got to ask you, these color rush jerseys, are you more of a traditionalist? A lot of people are going crazy over these things. What do you think?
I used to be a strict traditionalist, but I can't help it. There's some that really grabbed my eye, and I'm going to start with Seattle.
I like Seattle.
I can't help it. I remember them wearing a similar shade of jersey once against the Bears years ago. I actually did that game. They're kind of bringing it back in this color rush deal. What about you?
I definitely like Seattle. I like Tennessee's. I like that lighter blue head to toe. It's a really sharp look.
I'm loving Denver in the all orange. As you might imagine, I'm kind of partial to the orange thing. I like that. I love Arizona in the black. And the Raiders have those silver letters again, kind of the Raiders of old.
Riddick with a carry. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Bolden goes in motion left. Time running out here on the play clock. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Stafford. Complete here to the right to Bolden. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And a reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Riddick. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Manning, got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And Detroit getting set to go now. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 2nd down following the incompletion. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
10 yards to go on 3rd. They'll look to throw. He's got time. He's got Cruz complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Fresh set of downs here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Manning finding time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Surveying the field. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. To throw is Manning. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. One final try now for Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down.